Hello and thank you for joining us. Our video today will be on call handling with the Polycom VVX410 and 411. In the call handling videos, we'll be learning how to place calls, receive calls, different ways to share calls with transferring and parking, and also some quick tips on how to access your call log quickly from the home screen, and adding a contact from one of your previous calls as a local contact on your phone. So let's get started. Exploring the phone, you can see on both sides of the display that there are 6 buttons. These 6 buttons are programmable feature buttons. As you can see on this phone here, I have the first 3 buttons on the left as call appearances or my extension, buttons that I could use to make calls and buttons that will blink when I receive calls. We have 2 park buttons set up. We use park buttons as one of the ways to share calls with other phones within the organization. And on the bottom left is being used for BLF or busy lamp field. Busy lamp fields are buttons that are associated with other extensions on the same phone system. The button will blink, indicating that the phone is in use, and can also be pressed and used as a speed dial to quickly call that user. On the bottom of the display, you see 4 keys or buttons. These are known as soft keys. Soft keys change depending on the context of the phone. So if you're making a call or in another menu, wherever you are within the phone, those buttons will change depending on what you need at that time. Now on the bottom half of the phone, we have the hard keys or buttons. Starting from the left, we have a transfer button. Underneath is a voicemail button, then the hold button, then we have the headset button, then the speakerphone button, and of course the mute button, followed by the dial pad and the volume up and down button. You'll also notice the headset, speaker, and mute button light up when in use. After that, we have a directional pad with arrows that we'll show later, and then a home button that brings up some more menus. Lifting the handset, pressing the speaker or headset button will display on the screen your call log of recently placed calls. You can select one of these to dial or simply start entering digits and hitting send. You can also simply begin dialing on an idle phone, either an outside 10-digit number or an internal extension. Dial the number and press send. Press end call to end the call. While on a call, press the hold soft key to put the call on hold on your phone. Press resume to pick the call back up. From an idle phone, you can press the arrows on the directional pad for quick access to your call logs. Up is for your favorites, right is for placed calls, down is for missed calls, and left is for received calls. You can navigate your call logs with the directional pad, highlighting any call log in your history, and then hitting the dial soft key will initiate a call to that phone number. With a record selected in your call log, press the info button to reveal the edit, dial, save, and delete soft keys. Press save to bring up the add contact screen. Note that our newly created contact is in our favorites and also on our home screen. Pressing the button on the home screen or in the favorites would call this contact. When the phone receives an inbound call, besides the ringing noise, you'll see on the phone the light on the button which is related to the call blinking. On the display of the phone, note that you see the caller ID name and number, if available, of the person calling you. You could answer the call by lifting the handset, pressing the speaker button or headset button if a headset's available, by pressing the blinking indicator button for which the call is coming in on, or by simply pressing the answer soft key. Parking calls is a great way to share calls internally. Notice on my phone that I have two park buttons, Park 1 and Park 2 set up. I have a demo phone with Park 1 and Park 2 also set up. Now I'll take an inbound call. I'll place the call on Park 1, pick up the call on Park 1 on my demo phone, and then from my demo phone, I'll park it on Park 2, and then I'll pick that call back up on the original phone. This emulates me parking a call for somebody else, and also somebody taking a call and parking it on Park 2 for me to pick up from my own phone. While on a call, you can transfer a call by hitting the transfer soft key. By default, this is a consultative transfer, which means you get to speak to the person you are transferring to let them know who was calling before time. First, we will do the default, which is a consultative transfer. After hitting transfer, dial the extension and then hit send. You will now be speaking to the person to which you're going to transfer until you hit the transfer button again, which will complete your call. Notice this time, when we hit the transfer key multiple times, it toggles from blind to consultative. By default, a transfer is consultative. Whatever it says on the screen is what it's not. So if it says blind on the screen and you want to do a blind transfer, press it so it says consultative. A blind transfer sends the call directly to the transferee without any dialogue between the transferer and the transferee. BLFs, or busy lamp fields, are programmable buttons that can be placed on the phone to show that a person, another user, is on the phone or not. It can also be pressed as a speed dial or to be used as a transfer to button. Watch as I transfer to a BLF. To forward your calls from an idle screen, press the More soft key, then press Forward. Select Always for all calls. In the Contact field, you'd enter your 10-digit phone number and then select Enable. Now notice next to your extensions a green arrow pointing to the right. To disable call forwarding, hit More again, Forwarding, Always, and now click Disable. If enabled, Polycom phones come with group paging. To use the default group paging, hit the Paging soft key and then select Default Group and then begin speaking. With two active calls on your phone, to join these calls together, hit the More soft key followed by Join. You could easily separate these calls now by simply hitting the Split soft key. If you're only on one active call and would like to bring on an additional call to conference with the current caller, simply hit the More soft key followed by Conference and dial the full phone number or extension you want to conference in. This concludes our video tutorial on using the Polycom VVX410 and 411 for call handling. If you have more questions or need further help, please look in the description below for our support's contact information. Thanks for watching and have a great day.